First, from Bodmin Community College and reigning champion, Roadblock.
Returning meaner and tougher, completely rebuilt in aluminium rather than steel. The circular saw blade teeth tipped with tungsten. You'll hear a police two-tone siren when it attacks. What you see are road signs on the outer shell.
From Bedford, Onslaught.
A stainless steel shell, titanium rear axle and aluminium wheels may beef up Onslaught. The wedge weapon can flip and overturn. The mild steel spikes at the rear carry a sting in the tail, but a 2-metre turning circle looks sluggish for this family team.
From Dublin, Nemesis.
Another old favourite is back with the boys from the Irish Air Corps. Boggle, bloodshot eyes, a mad leering grin and dressed in lurid polka dot scarlet fur. The robot, that is. Look out for the saw blade at the rear and the new slicing lobster claws at the front, all rolling on wheelchair and caster wheels.
From Oxford, Killer Hearn.
The main features on this polycarbonate protected speed machine, its top lick of 15 miles an hour, and its pneumatic 7-pound custom-made steel axe generating 800 kilos of force. Two 24-volt electric motors drive the rear wheels. This is highly thought of down in the pits, Craig.
From Stowmarket, Cassius.
A knob made of clay. A sinister-looking heavyweight contender with a deadly jab from a CO2 gas-pressurized ram, capable of lifting 1.5 tons. Inventor Rex Garrett's built Teletubby toys. At 79.3 kilograms, though, this is a lean and mean machine.
From Bristol, Loco.
It took 6 months to build, nearly driving the team loco. Powered by 2 wheelchair motors, a stainless steel shell with a 24-volt motorized spring-powered ram, which has interchangeable spikes and blade. That's its main weapon. It may appear nippy, but its turning circle is sluggish.
From Derby, Rampage.
A coal scuttle on wheels, or a triangular mild steel chassis unit under a stainless steel and aluminium shell with 24-volt batteries and a rear 7-inch spinning disc weapon. I prefer the coal scuttle approach. It carries a Derby County Rams motif.
From Hornchurch in Essex, King Buxton.
Low and flat, the second fastest in the heat at up to 80 miles an hour. It has 4-wheel drive, can flip upside down and still run effectively. It's protected by a 3mm thick aluminium shell. The movable titanium spikes look dangerous for the joust to come.
From Rushton in Northamptonshire, Robodoc.
Looks like a World War I tank. The tracks have embedded spikes helping it to climb 600mm high obstacles. The lifting arm can hoist 70 kilos. The front-mounted knife can cleave and chop. It cost £1,000 and took 4 months to build.
From Beverley in Yorkshire, Prometheus.
The chrome effect aluminium has a mirror finish. Matilda can admire herself in it. Ugh. Prometheus has an angle grinder at the front, a forklift at the rear. The motors come from the cooling fans out of scrapped cars. 6 months of work went into this from Nigel Seeley and Sarah Burton.
From Edinburgh, all talk.
I hope they're not. Certainly the two 750-watt engine power, steel angle iron chassis, galvanized steel mesh and aluminium body and go-kart wheels promise strength and speed. 2 large steel spikes and grinding wheels say a lot about its potency. I wonder if we'll be speaking highly of all talk later.
From Norwich, Ivanhoe.
From the world of medieval jousting comes this motorised knight's helmet, complete with visor, shield, sharpened axe, which chops at 1 blow a second, and lance. Designed by Dad Stuart Whiteman and son Craig, it took 4 months to build, cost £200. Driven by wheelchair motors, it can right itself when flipped over.
From Halifax, PENETRATOR.
Captain Andrew Kettle used to design anti-tank missile guidance systems for the Ministry of Defence. On the attack, PENETRATOR carries twin spikes in the front and another at the rear with an extending cutting disc under that forward steel-plated box. The 4 motors come from a child's go-kart.
From Southampton, Killdozer.
At 1.5 metres, this is the longest bot in the field. Its hydraulic front lift can, in theory, hoist a ton. A rear blade protects the 4 rear wheels. Its front blade also carries 1.5-inch spikes, powered by 2 24-volt wheelchair motors, protected by an aluminium shell and steel chassis.
From London, GBH.
Grievous bot harm? That's the intention of this team, which fought in the first wars with Scrapper. 4 7-inch diameter circular saw blades and a front lifting ramp which can throw 12 stone make this devil-eyed creature a real menace. This could be the main danger here, Craig.
From Eastbourne, Enzyme.
Will the 14-year-old boys triumph over their elders with this 24-volt powered wheelchair motor-driven machine? Its front forklift can raise 16 stone, originally coming from the elevating backrest from the same wheelchair as did the wheels. Took only £100 to build, took 7 months to construct.
From Elstead in Surrey, Phoenix.
With a top speed of 15 mph, this by far the fastest in the field. Will Phoenix rise from the ashes of fiery battle with victory? A front ram, a 9-inch hardened steel tungsten tip spike at the back, twin 6-inch triangular blades also. It looks dangerous and at £5 grand expensively assembled.
From Borden in Hampshire, Thunderbird 2.
The team are back with an extensively modified version of the original Thunderbird from the first wars. The raising blade on the front can plough through opponents. The steel pneumatic ram can puncture and wound. The purpose tank tracks will give great traction, and the 17.5 amp battery is plenty of pull. This machine can haul a Range Rover.
From Langport in Somerset, the Mule.
This be a stubborn boss with a real kick from its 3 front compressed gas-powered legs. The forklift can lift 260 pounds. Roger Plant wants to get in underneath the house robot. No surprise, he used to be a submarine pilot. The motors come from lawnmowers.
From Preston, Megahertz.
How much megabytes from this PC-shaped bot? The keyboard goes up and down, but don't typecast this as a brain drain boffin without some big. Its rear power hacksaw and chisel can shred and spike. When threatened, it can also wedge itself into the floor. Forget ROMs, Craig.
From Redhill in Surrey, Tender Caress.
This is the fastest in the field at 15 miles an hour. It looks like a lurid bottle top. Its circular saw, Sinclair C5 motorized angle grinder, and 8-inch long steel pointed tip will hardly caress. Two 24-volt C5 motors also power the 2-wheel drive.
From the Isle of Wight, Vercingetorix.
Will this have the gall to destroy all? Benny BD Vici, it says. Will they come see and conquer with a pneumatically powered front flipper or 15-centimetre rear spike, an alloy side ram strengthened by horseshoe studs? The outer Tyrillium carbonate alloy shell is adjustable.
From Burnley, Havoc.
And a teenage teen means to wreck just that with 2 large steel spikes at the rear and car-sink steel spiked mace, a front lifting tongue or battering ram 2, all jacked up by a Lancia windscreen wiper motor. The front panels are from T6 Armoury, usually used on aircraft.
From Baswick in Staffordshire, Flirty Skirty.
3 generations of the Peter family took 8 weeks to build this. The base is wooden, the framework angle iron and aluminium. The shell comes from a minibus. The 2 12-volt motors come from Volvo windscreen wipers. At 2 miles an hour, it's slow, very slow.
From Canada in Staffordshire, Hardbar.
According to its stickers, the mission is to bludgeon, carve, destroy, disembowel, decapitate and violate with a cutting disc and front scoop. It's nippy at 12 miles an hour, but it's tagged as a full-on annihilation unit. Could be a little on the large side, Craig.